Yo, what's going on guys, and today I'm going to be showing you how to edit cinematics just like this.
When you didn't even know the case, I be rocking hard all of my life like every day.
So first of all, you just want to drag in your song in clip, just like that. You want to open up the waveform by double pressing L, and you just want to line up the kill with the song so it's synced. So I want my kill to be right here, so I'm just going to place a marker and find where I get the kill. Just right there where he shoots. I'm just going to trim this start as well. I want it to start right here, so I'm just going to Control Shift D on the clip and do the same to the end. Control Shift D, delete. Now it should be synced just like this. Now we're just gonna cut the clip where you want the cinematic to start. For example, I want mine to start right here, so I'm just gonna Control Shift D and drag it back to this beat right here, so we have some space for the cinematic. And we're gonna cut it on the kill as well. Control Shift D, delete. Now we're just gonna drag in our cinematic. I have mine right here. I'm just gonna line it up and find where the cinematic starts. Mine starts right here, where it starts moving right here. Control Shift D to cut it. And now we're gonna trim the end of the cinematic as well, where it stops moving right here. Control Shift D. We're also gonna mute the cinematic as well, as we don't really need audio in cinematics. I'm just gonna line it up. Alright, so now we're gonna enable time mapping on the cinematic by pressing Ctrl Alt T and putting a keyframe at the start, and then go around 10 frames from this kill and putting another keyframe. I'm just gonna put mine on this beat right here and drag this out to the right and find where you want your cinematic to stop. I want mine to stop right there. And you just want to go to the end of the cinematic and press Ctrl C to this, and then Ctrl V, copy paste it right here. Then Ctrl Shift T to the clip and then delete, and then highlight all of it and press F9 to easy ease. And now you can just copy my graph. I'm just gonna drag this up. Drag this up a bit as well, just like that. Drag this out a bit. Drag this out. You also want to hold Shift while dragging it out so you move straight and it doesn't go all over the place. Hold Shift and drag it out. And now you see how it looks way smoother now. You can also mess with it a bit and find what you like. Alright, so now we're going to add in some transitions to the cinematic. So I'm just going to make an adjustment layer by pressing Ctrl Alt Y, trimming it down a bit, just like that. And now I just want to apply blur mode curves, and you just want to put wrap X and wrap Y on reflect, just like that. You want to keyframe Z distance at the start and then go out 10 frames and point in another keyframe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Point in the keyframe and then go back to the first one and put it 1.4. And now we're gonna do Shift X, go back 10 frames, point a keyframe, and now I'm just gonna drag this to the right because our cinematic pans to the left, so we want to have it come from the right side. I'm just gonna put it on 800. There we go. Now we're gonna do this side. We're just gonna put a keyframe there, another one there. Gonna put it on 0.7. I'm just gonna put Shift X on -800. Go out 10 frames. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check out the adjustment there a bit. And put in 2 more keyframes and then make sure you reset them. Just like that. And now we're just gonna highlight these top 2, F9, and I just copy my graph. Just gonna have it this. I'm gonna do the same for Shift X, F9, and just copy my graph. Gonna do the same for this side, F9, then drag this up, drag this to the left, F9, drag it up and drag this down a bit. So now we have a transition that looks just like this. So pretty much if you're doing a zoom out transition just like me, whatever you put in here, for example 1400, you just want to half that, which is 700. And if you're doing a zoom in transition, whatever you put in here, you just want to double it. If you put in 700, then you're going to put in 1400. But for the Shift X, my cinematic pans to the left, so I'm going to have it come from the right side, which is 800. If cinematic pans to the right, then you want to have it come from the left side, then you're going to have yours on minus 800, and then have this one 800, and then you just want to have this one default back to normal. Now you're just going to duplicate this adjustment layer, press U to pull out the keyframes, and bring it back over here, and then you're just going to highlight all of them, right click, keyframe assistant, time reverse keyframes, just like that. Now we're just going to zoom back into the skin. This is just a quick trick to save your time. Now it should look like this. Alright, so now we're going to add some black bars to the cinematic. So we're just going to make a solid layer, create a solid, just going to trim it to our cinematic, just like that. We're just going to apply CC jaws, and then we're going to put the height on 0, and then we're just going to keyframe this, the completion, 100, going to go 5 frames in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, press C to pull out the keyframes, and put it on 85, just like that. Now just highlight it, F9, and copy my graph. Like that. And now we're just gonna copy it, paste it into the other side, and then just keyframe assistant, time reverse. Now it looks like this. Alright, so now we're gonna add in some effects to our cinematic. So let's start by adding in s_shake. I already have a preset for my cinematic shake, so I'm just gonna let you guys copy it. This one. Alright, so you just want to keyframe the amplitude at the start at 0.64, and then you just want to go underneath this keyframe that we did for the time mapping, and you're just gonna put it on 0.2, and you want to go to the end of the clip, put in the keyframe at 0.56, just like that. And now I'm just gonna let you guys copy the rest of the settings. You guys can just pause the video and just copy it. So now I'm just gonna add in some chromatic aberration to my cinematic, and put the distortion on 0.20. We'll put the scale on 0.60, just like that. Now we're also gonna add in some reverb to the song. So we're just gonna Control Shift D, and then go to the end of the cinematic, Control Shift D, click on the song, and then add in reverb. Then we're gonna put the dry out on 70%. And put the wet out on 20, and you're pretty much done with the cinematic editing. This is what it looks like. So now I'm just gonna enable time mapping on the kill. So I'm just gonna press Ctrl T, from the kill. Put keyframe at the start of the kill, and where you want it to end, just like that. Just want to highlight both of them. F90 easy ease. Make the graph a bit bigger, just like that. I'm going to drag this all the way up and just bring this down a bit, just like that. But yeah, now you can just add in your impact. I'm just gonna add in my impact from my edit impact, just like that. I'm gonna line up with the kill. Just that simple. Just like that. That's what it looks like. Repeat that again. Just like that. Now you can also add in your color correction and stuff. I'm gonna add in my color correction, which is also from my editing pack that you can copy right now from the description for only £10, and it will take your edits to the next level. I highly recommend it for both montage and highlight editors, as it will have everything that you will need to be able to edit like me. But yeah, now you can just add in your pump sound effect. I'm just gonna drag mine in. I'm gonna line up with the kill, just like that. Yeah, and now you can also add in your whoosh to the cinematic to actually bring the cinematic to life. And just line it up, just like that. Other than that, we're pretty much done. This was a simple tutorial of how I edit my cinematics. So if you guys want more in-depth tutorials where I go all out in effects, then make sure to get this video to 100 likes and I'll be sure to make one. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.